Welcome everybody to another episode of 442 once again. This is your boy Christian, and today we are back. We are back with another video. We are back with another podcast episode. I almost mispronounced it there. Yeah, man, 442. Don't forget, follow us here, and you can follow me at Cris Putalias as well, so you can come and talk with me, talk smack, talk about your favorites and stuff like that. We are doing currently a specific little series, I guess we can call it, right, on kits, right? So on jerseys, that's what we call kits, camisetas in Spanish, or camisas, or whatever you want to call it, but kits of the World Cups. Of the World Cup. So we have done Group A, Group B, and now it's time to Group C. So we're taking each week to break down every group, and we're gonna do that. But before we do that, I wanted to take 5 minutes of your guys' time, and I wanted to do kind of current events. Just for 5 minutes, we're gonna keep it quick, and just touch a couple of things that happen in the world. Also, if you hear this rocking chair, I was donated. You guys, I always talk about having a chair, and kind of completing the studio of what I call this little spot and space that I have here in the house. Completing the studio, and then I needed a chair to be a little bit more comfortable, and somebody came through and actually hooked it up. So shout out to them. Is actually one of my Patreon members. So yeah, I do have a Patreon, but honestly, I don't promote it enough because I just feel bad. I feel bad when people give me money, but I appreciate everybody that does, help and kind of contribute to the Patreon. Patreon.com/442, just in case you want to donate a couple of bucks. But those are the things that help build this vision, idea, dream, I guess. I use all the money that I the little bit that I get from there, from a few people that give. I get to I save it up and I buy some things for the studio or whatever it may be, right? But yeah, so current events. Let's talk about something tragic that I know I hate starting off the bat with something bad, but something tragic happened in Indonesia. 100 plus people died. Violence in the stadiums, violence in the fields. Obviously, there was cops involved. There was police, riots, gas, trampling, and just a mess of a situation. So just from whoever I represent, I guess my family, whoever it is that I represent, we just want to say, as people say, thoughts and prayers, which, I guess sometimes it means a lot, sometimes it doesn't, but, it just sucks that the world of soccer, has to have those black days in our history, as a sport, as a soccer. It's something that, it should be so beautiful. I mean, we call it the beautiful game for a reason, right? And it just sucks that, we have to go into those days where darkness kind of takes over, the sport, and takes over everything that we love and do. And in this time, of mourning for a lot of people, I mean, honestly, 100 people, that's a lot of, hearts that have been broken, a lot of people that will be missed. And, I wish nothing but the best for whoever, is out there, maybe, trying to get back up, from injuries or whatever it may be. But it's just very tragic, honestly. After the Mexico incident that happened a few months back, I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was Atlas, and I can't remember which other team it was. And kind of like a riot broke, and it was also a very dark moment in like soccer history, where people were being literally like trampled on and kicked on. And I watched a video that I got sent, and honestly, that video kind of traumatized me for a little period, because you think about what humans are capable of. Like, you don't think humans are capable of doing so much harm to other humans, right? And then when it comes to like saying that you're representing a jersey, representing a team, representing colors, I just think some people take it too much. Like, I understand being como se dice in Spanish, like hincha or alguien que apoya al equipo, like a supporter of, like one thing is being a supporter and one thing is being a fanatic. Fanatic is somebody that just takes it to the extreme, and I think some people do that. And I understand, the folklore of soccer, folklore of the sport, of communities, or just the ways that you were raised. I mean, me as an Argentinian, I say this every single time. We do live soccer in a different passion, in a different way. That, I mean, a lot of people live it the same way that we do. I'm not saying that we're above anybody else when it comes to loving your teams and stuff like that, but people in Argentina go crazy for the teams, and they do a lot of stupid shit for the team. And I just think it's ridiculous that you don't know how to love your team better or represent your team better, right? So just, I don't know, I guess just a message, like, if you're gonna love your team, love your colors, love your team, love your colors, just don't be stupid about it. Don't be dumb, don't be hurting people, don't be that person or that stain in the sport. Nobody likes those people. So if you're being an idiot out there, stop being an idiot. You can have fun without being an idiot. So I understand, people talk shit, people drink, people get fights and stuff like that, but one thing is, it's fighting for, not even, honestly, I've never been in a fight, so that tells you that much, right? Because I'd rather ignore the stupid shit, right? But I don't want to get in controversies or whatever it may be, even though I don't mind hurting feelings of people that think they're tough. But, just stop doing stupid shit, bro. Like, for your colors, just stop. There's no necessary thing. I completely understand banter, like, talking crap and talking shit and being like that and just kind of taking it. But one thing is talking and just kind of, not mean mugging, but like, talking crap to each other. But one thing is taking it to the physical level, right? So just, be smart, be an adult, stop taking stuff to literally a physical level of, like, it just, I was listening to something earlier today, and they was talking about how, road rage, like, when people get mad in road rage, and like, if you fight them, like, just know that you're fighting somebody that is stupid. So if you're ever in because people that are smart don't get mad over traffic, or don't get mad because somebody cuts you off. It's part of life, shit happens, you move on. Like, you won't see that person ever again. So if you get mad over somebody cutting you off, I completely understand human emotion. Somebody cuts you off, you're like, F this person, right? But you move on, life moves on. You're still alive, nothing happened, But if you're gonna sit there and try to fight, like, you are being stupid. So if you are contemplating and getting into a fight because of road rage, or because of something soccer related or colors related and stuff like that, and I understand passion and taking care of your colors and stuff like that, but one thing is taking it to the physical level. So take it as you want it, but if you're gonna be stupid, don't be stupid. That's it. But yeah, thoughts and prayer. Literally thought, like, that day I really thought about all those people and like the suffering that they must be going through. It must be like, I've never been through anything like that, so it must be rough. So I'm really sorry that happened, and hopefully that shit doesn't happen anymore, because it's dumb. Honestly, it's very dumb. But moving on, I know we came from a dark place, but now let's go into happy places. The Dash are on the playoffs, so let's go Dash. It's awesome that Houston, has a team in the playoffs. I know Dynamo Dos also had it if you're, a Houstonian or if you live in Houston. So shout out to the Dash, October 16. Go check that out. Go to the games, man. Go support women's soccer. Like, women's soccer, honestly, I mean, and I'll be the first one to tell you, like, I did not watch women's soccer at all. I didn't believe in it. I didn't like it. I didn't think there was anything in there for me, right? And, that's just me being plain and honest. I honestly did not think of anything. I'm not going to lie. Having daughters did change my mind, because you could see that the world is so much bigger than just being a guy. But then, when you start watching the quality of some of these girls, and you're like, damn, they're good. You start watching the way that, people play. And, if you like soccer and if you like the sport itself, then you could also, relate to the skillful people, that are in the soccer world of women, the women that are very good at what they do. So I honestly found a new gain respect for women's soccer, and I know it's part of the times too. Like, women's soccer is just booming right now. So shout out to all the girls out there that, you know, have been hustling since day one, since nobody paid attention, and people talk shit, even people like me, you know, that didn't believe in it. But shout out to the Dash, and hopefully you guys can kick ass. So October 16, don't forget, tickets are $7. So if you're not doing anything, go watch the Dash, bro. $7. Moving on, Champions League. I did not watch any games. I just know that Manchester City is killing it because of Haaland. So that kid is a beast. So we're going to go ahead and move on. We're probably going to have another podcast later on in the week, maybe. But I'm probably going to be doing 2 podcasts a week, by the way, because I'm doing, you know, the mini series about the jerseys and stuff like that, which this week is probably the hardest week. I took a glance at them before I started recording, and I was like, like I literally have my job cut out for me. So without further ado, like I said, maybe we're gonna be starting. Maybe next week we'll probably do 2 a week. We're gonna continue the series, and then we're gonna do like current events and just talk soccer and talk about whatever's going on in the world, especially, you know, with the actual World Cup coming up. So we might speed these up because I don't think we're gonna get through all the groups, you know, early, like quick enough, because literally the World Cup it's gonna be in like less than a month. So that is so insane that it's almost here, dude, almost here in a month. So we're about 10 or 11 minutes in. So let's go ahead and jump in to Group C. Let's get into Group C. So let's take a drink of water. And let's get to it, baby. All right, so we're gonna go first. Let's talk about a little bit who's in this group. So Group C, we have Argentina ranked number 3 in the world. Shout out La Escaloneta, as my boys. I don't know if I have any little souvenirs there, Argentina souvenirs. Also, hey, if you wanna like send me stuff, I'll gladly put it here in my little display case. So right now I have books that I've never read and a bunch of other stuff that, you know, kind of conjugate in the stuff that I like and stuff like. So I have like, you know, maps, like Bible maps and stuff like that. My favorite band, King's Kaleidoscope. I have an Elise and a Diesel. My wife is really into Marvel, so if you have any Marvel stuff, my wife loves it. So she has this. It's one of these whatever toys that everybody has with the fat heads. And then just a bunch of books. I read a couple, not all of them. And then everything there is just like a bunch of like Argentina and Boca Junior stuff related. Of course, Aston Villa. I mean, you know, that's the team that I started supporting a couple years ago. So let's go the Villa, up the Villa. That was weird. Let's go the Villa. That sounded weird. But yeah, I'm a new member into this club. So, you know, forgive me if you're an old school, you know, Aston Villa, but I can tell you that whenever I support a club, I support it 100%. And we have obviously the beautiful Dynamo that we support, and obviously the flag is there. So we might get rearranged, but you know, we'll figure something out. But shit, we're sidetracking again. Let's get back to Group C. Group C, Argentina, 3rd place in the world's ranking. Saudi Arabia ranked 53. If I'm not mistaken, Saudi Arabia might be the lowest ranked. Actually, no, Ghana in Group H. They're number 60. So they're the 2nd lowest. Then we have Mexico coming in at 12th, and then Poland coming in at number 26. So it's a pretty balanced group. You know, you got your very top contenders, as some would say, Argentina, and then your mid-table contenders, Mexico, Poland, and then Saudi Arabia, who I don't know if a lot of people are thinking about them, but you know, they're there. So we're gonna jump into Argentina. First jersey, obviously the Clásica, La Clásica, you know, albiceleste, the baby blue and white. Off the bat, you know, gorgeous, of course. I'm trying to keep all the bias, you know, out of this. That's why it's gonna make it so hard, because as much as I want these jerseys to win, and you know, given, you know, my love for it, my love for the colors, I'm gonna try to keep as much as I can out of it, and you know, try to be fair. We're looking just here for colors, no passion, no players, no nothing, right? So no Messi coming into my head and stuff like that. So we have a beautiful Alpha jersey, obviously the 3 stripes, Adidas, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I really love the Adidas logo being super simplistic without the Adidas word under it, right? So you have, you know, for those listening, you have the typical white and baby blue stripes down, you know, going down. And this one has 3 baby blues, like, you know, 2 on each side, 1 down the middle, and then the 2 white ones. So it's, you know, blue, white, blue. So 5 stripes total, I guess you can say. The rest of the jersey is completely like, well, the sleeves are white, and then it has black accents on the shoulders with the 3 stripes, the Adidas 3 stripes, and then where the sleeve is, where it ends, it has a black stripe all around it, right? The AFA logo to me is one of the most beautiful things in this world that has ever been created, but obviously it's me probably being biased. But I really love and enjoy that that emblem, that logo, right? I think it's very simplistic, but then also very classy. You know, you have your typical like soccer looking badge on the left side over the heart, you know, the AFA, but with the beautiful lettering. I really love the F, you know, accent to it, the top part of it with the Argentinian flag. And then I really love the accent of the gold, you know, the golden colors to it, and the gold, they're not rose petals, but it's like a flower petals under it, like very Romanesque, you know, very, some people say, you know, Argentinians are the Italians, or the fake, como Rudy dice, los italianos chafas, right? Shout out to Rudy. He calls Argentinians the low budget Italians. And then the 2 stars on top of the logo, obviously to signify the 2 championships, 78 and 86. And hopefully we can add another one. Hopefully, baby Jesus, please help. But yeah, something that you can't really see on this design, but on the back is something that is very different, but also beautiful, but also kind of weird, is that instead of having the 3, so it has like the 2 stripes, you know, like it matches, it mirrors the front side, right, on the back, but then the middle stripe, instead of being just 1 solid baby blue, is 2 baby blues and then 1 white in the middle. So it's a little breakdown, is a little different. It's a little detail, but I really like it. I really enjoy it. This is a very classy look. You know, there's jerseys in the world that you see them and you don't even have to know. You already know who they belong to because of their style. And, you know, some things just never change. You know, like Peru is white with the red, you know, going across from the shoulder to the bottom. When you think of Holland or the Netherlands, you think of orange. When you think of Mexico, you think of green usually, right? But you know, even though Mexico does play around with it, so it's kind of, you know, it's not a for sure thing. Argentina is always the stripes going down. You know, the thickness might change, the number of lines might change, but it's always going to be stripes going down. That is the home jersey, period. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're going to go and look at the away jersey, because Argentina did something very different in the away jersey. They brought out a dark, so usually the Argentinian away jersey tends to be like a dark color shirt, either like a black, almost like blue, almost turning black, or like a really royal blue. But this time around, they came in with like a royal blue and a purple, like a fusion of those. And it's kind of interesting, to be honest with you guys. When I first saw it, I didn't like it too much. And honestly, I don't know if I like it that much. I did see it on the players and I liked it a little bit more. I don't know if you guys follow, there's an Argentinian comedian called, I think is Jero, or Jaro, is Jero, Jero, and then Freixas, Freixas, I think it is, that's his name. And he does like comedy skits and all related to soccer, right? And he did a skit with his wife, he usually does it, where, you know, he shows his wife, look at this jersey, oh my God, it's so ugly and stuff like that. And then she shows him a picture of Messi wearing the jersey, and then he completely changes his attitude about it, because he's like, he loves Messi, right? That's his whole shtick about loving Messi, and I love, you know, what Messi does, he loves, right? So Messi wearing this jersey kind of changes his opinion on it. And it kind of did for me too, to be honest. Not just because Messi was wearing it, it's just because I guess the emotions that it brings when people wear it, right? When the players wear it. But that's just what it was, right? But I mean, this one, to be honest, I really don't like it. I don't like the colors. The symbolism behind it, the purple, it's supposed to symbolize equality, between men and women, or I honestly, I can't remember what it was, but it was all about equality of like people and stuff like that. So if you think about it, it's cool. Obviously everybody wants equality for everybody in the world, humans and stuff like that. But aesthetically, I really don't like it. It looks like, well, let me tell you, I guess let me describe it just in case you're listening. So it's all blue, picture an all blue shirt, and then from the bottom of the shirt, it's like a purple fire coming up. So it's like fire that goes from purple into like a little dark purple, and then it goes into like a blue, and then it fades into the dark blue that is the shirt itself. So it looks like the jersey looks like it's on fire, and then you have the 3 stripes on the shoulders and the accent on the sleeves with a purple line around it. Obviously the Adidas logo and the AFA, the association logo, I like it, is white. It really stands out. It pops out, compared to the darkness of the jersey. So it really pops. But when it comes to the jersey itself, I really don't buy it. So one good one and one bad one. So let's go ahead and jump into our second. Let me get a quick pencil here, see if I can write something down, because then I forget. Crap, this one doesn't work. Good news. But yeah, we're gonna move on into Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia coming in, like I said, ranked in number 53. So this one, one of the contenders of the year, to be honest. And is a very interesting pattern, because I don't even know how I'm going to describe it to you. But if you haven't yet, go to dynamotheory.com and then look up Rudy Segura's. Rudy, my boy Rudy, he did a top 10 of jerseys that he liked. And then this one was really, I think it was one of the top ones that he had. And it's very nice. So this one, the Saudi Arabian one, it's a Nike shirt. It's made by Nike. So he has the swoosh on the right, and then on the left side it has the association logo, which is a circle, and then inside a circle it has an eagle, like a white eagle. And the background is green, and then the eagle, the bottom part of the eagle's head kind of turns into a soccer ball, it seems like it. And then it has the letter SAFF, so Saudi Arabian Football Federation maybe. And then under it, it says KSA, which I have no idea what that means, but it's probably something K Saudi Arabia. I don't know. But that's my guess, right? As my best guess. The shirt itself is green, but it has 2 shades of green, and it looks like grass. It looks like, like a dark green and a low, like a light green, sorry. And it looks like grass. It looks like grass, but it's a cool design. I really don't know how to explain it, to be honest with you guys. It's just like a bunch of grass blades all around it. And it just looks nice. It looks badass. There's not really much to say about it, but it's probably one of my favorites. It's very dope, and it's one of those that I would more than likely rock. So we're going to go to the away, since that one's very quick. Because this one is going to be quick as well, because even though it's very simplistic and it's very just one color, it is also beautiful because of the details. And like I always say, like I've said in video 1 and video 2, the devil is in the details. And this one is just gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. And it's just white. It's just the white Nike, shirt with the same Nike swoosh on the right. And now it's green. And then the logo on the left, the circle with the eagle. And then the collar itself is just green, just all green. And then the shirt, like I said, is all white. But in a really light gray color, you have like palm leaves. It looks like palm leaves. And it has like 2 different type of tree palms or whatever, maybe leaves. And it's just like a really cool design. So it kind of gives you some like, tablecloth vibes, to be honest. But it's very nice. It's very nice. It's for being in a away jersey, I think is one of the nicest ones. Obviously, it probably has something to do with the culture over there, and the trees and stuff like that. Obviously, being like a desert deserted area, a desert country, you know, more arid country. Obviously, not everything is just sand, but I'm pretty sure they see a lot of oases, and then you can probably see a lot of these colors. So, or a lot of these plants, these, you know, whatever trees they are. So pretty nice, pretty neat. It's probably one of my favorites, and it just overtook Argentina's #1 place because of the really strong. Really strong 1 and 2s. So now we're gonna move into Mexico. So Mexico coming in with a strong green, as they usually do. So Mexico, another country that had just redone their logo. So now they have, I can't remember what they used to have, but I remember the old one had like a lot of stuff going on. So everybody is going very simplistic nowadays. So they kind of went into that simplistic mode on it. And all you have is kind of like a circle, right? That it has green and then it turns into red. It's kind of like a soccer ball in a way. But then it also looks like the calendar, the Mayan calendar. If you guys remember that circle on the Mayan calendar, so it kind of gives you those vibes, those, you know, roots that they, you know, not that they claim, because they literally came from them, you know, from Aztecs, the Mayan cultures and stuff like that. So those, you know, native cultures that they come from, and then obviously the emblematic eagle, but like I said, in a very simplistic art. And instead of obviously standing on a cactus as their flag is, this one is standing on a soccer ball. So obviously giving that soccer spin to it. And then right under it just says Mexico. But the lettering on the Mexico is very nice. It's very simplistic. It's very like, you know, it's what is it? It's kind of like block letters, but it looks really nice. Obviously the Adidas logo on the right, very, you know, just the 3 stripes. And then the shirt itself is very interesting. It kind of looks like, it gives you like different vibes. It gives you some like Mexican Wakanda vibes. In my, you know, in my opinion. So it's like a Mexican Wakanda vibe because it has like, so it comes from like the neck area, and you know how the Wakanda guy, I forgot his name, Chabala is the player. T'Challa, right? T'Challa is the guy, the king. You know how you wore that necklace with the teeth or whatever? So this one kind of gives you that vibes of like those teeth being across the chest, but it's just green zigzag lines that they're darker zigzag lines that contrast into the lighter green, which is the shirt itself. And then under it kind of ripples into it, and then it gives you a bigger, you know, thing of it, you know. So it has like 2 or 3, it has 3 layers of that, and then if you look at it from the bottom up, it looks like mountains. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's a design that, you know, makes you think about it. It makes you kind of, you know, read into it and gives you different perspectives. So very, you know, when it comes to the creative processes, Mexico has had one of the best repertoires of when it comes to, you know, World Cup jerseys. So always obviously playing with the green. But I think they killed it with this one, and then obviously the very, very red accents on the shoulders. I think it stands out. You know, it's very like bloody. This one really does give me some like, you know, Aztec vibes into it, which is, I really love when they play into it because it just kind of gives you a story of everything that, you know, the culture has. You know, and you know, being in Texas and being a history nerd kind of helps because you know they're so close and you learn a lot. And now we go with this interesting shirt, because to be 100% honest with you guys, when I first, that's a badass thing. I didn't notice that, but let me tell you right now. But when I first saw this jersey, I was like, oh my God, this is super ugly, because it literally looks like at that time, right? It looked like a tablecloth to me. Like it had just some weird designs, and it's just like it's like too much going on, right? But then when you think about it, when you look into the jersey itself, it kind of gives you and tells you that history, kind of like the Ecuadorian, you know, where it has the tribal designs to it. This one does too, but this one has more like Aztec 2D designs to it, and it has like a lot of like, it looks like headdresses and just like kind of like people. And, they wear those, masks that they used to wear back in those days. And there's not really a specific design. Like, you can't make anything out of it. It's just different shapes. But it gives you those vibes, right? It gives you the Aztec vibes, which obviously that's what they're known for. The whole Aztec, part of their history, right? So the shirt is completely white, and then in a maroon, like a red maroon colorish, it has all those designs all splatter and pressed kind of into the shirt. And then something that I didn't notice on the first one that I do notice on this one, because it really stands out, inside the jersey, on the neck area, on the back of the head, on the back of the, on the shoulder, whatever, in the backside area where you have your size usually, it has like a little dragon snake, Aztec design to it. So pretty badass jerseys. Obviously the 3 stripes, the Adidas stripes on the shoulders gives it that strong look, on the shoulders. And then I really like that it's not red, but it's like more of a maroon. I think it gives it a tougher vibe. I think a red would give it more of a subtle vibe, but with the maroon kind of, the red going into the maroon gives it a really tough vibe. And to be honest, this one will push Mexico to number 1. So Mexico right now is in first place, beating out Saudi Arabia, who was in second, beating out Argentina. Argentina right now sits in third place. So Argentina, as of right now, is now passing is Saudi Arabia with the green and white, and Mexico with another green and white going through to the second round. But we have our last and also another great pair of jerseys coming up. We have Poland. Poland coming in, like I said, at number 26. Mexico is at number 12. It's coming in with a very, very simple group of shirts, but at the same time, these are, as the kids say, these are hard, dude. These go hard. I don't know if the kids say that, but it's just the jersey itself is made by Nike, and it's just a white shirt, and then the whole shoulder part of it, it's kind of like separated from the shirt itself, and it kind of gives you some ice. It's gray and white, but it gives you some like ice breaking, vibe to it on the shoulder area. And then on the chest part of the shirt is just literally all white, and then you have the Nike swoosh on the red, on the right, completely blood red. And then on the left, it has one of the most beautiful, logo, federation logos that you will find, which is like, I need to find out what the name of this animal has it, because a lot of these countries, in like Eastern Europe, kind of have it, which is like this bird, kind of like eagle-esque bird, but it's like giant feathers, kind of spread out, going up, fanning, and then the bird itself has a crown, and the logo is red and the bird is white. So not only the logo pops out at you because of the red, but the bird pops out even more because of the white. So it looks like 3D on 3D. So 60, I guess. And then, the tail of the bird is beautiful, just kind of flaming out. And then the legs of the bird, just kind of like super strong out, and like with all the talons, and just bam, just making a statement like, we're here to like attack you and eat you alive. And all that coming from a white shirt. Usually white, is known as a surrender shirt. But this one, super strong, coming in like very aggressive. And since we're going to talk about aggression, let's go into this away jersey, because this away jersey is extremely aggressive, yet classy. I like that. I like how that looked. So this one gives you like a 1912 type of vibe, because it's so basic, it's so classic, it's so just monotone and kind of like muted, that it just gives you those vibes of like early soccer, early like, Manchester United, because it's red. Manchester United, like barely coming out and fun, founding as a club, Independiente de Argentina, just coming up as a club and finding a red color. Just any team that you can think of wearing a completely red shirt, it kind of gives you those vibes. But it not only gives you a vibes of like, it's a simple shirt, but it gives you a vibe of history, right? Like when you see something like this, not only screams out like we're out here, because like we're wearing the brightest, we are wearing the brightest red you will ever see in your entire life, but we bring history with us. And the way that they did that was with the collar and with the sleeves accents. So like I said, the jersey is completely blood red, and then the collar is white, and it has like a thin red line in the middle, and so same thing on the sleeves, right? The logo also 3D on 3D, the white Nike swoosh, and then on the left side the outline of the Federation logo is white. The actual logo is red, and then the bird again white, just popping out with a gold crown on it. So this one goes extremely hard, and to be honest with you guys, Mexico goes in number 1, Poland trumps everybody else, comes in at number 2. Very, very strong contender to fight against Mexico in the number 1 spot. So there you guys have it. I know a lot of people thought, you know, I was gonna be biased. I was gonna come in here and just be, you know, on Argentina, and I really love the Argentinian, the home. Like that's one of my favorite ones. And to be honest with you guys, I saw a lot of merch of the Argentina away pattern in colors, like on a jacket and on a bucket hat, and I was like, bro, I have to get that. But I'm not a lover of the purple. It just doesn't reflect Argentina as a country. So like, even though, you know, the whole line behind it is unity and equality or whatever, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Maybe I'm just old school, I guess. But the Mexican jerseys kind of bring, you know, history with it. You know, bring you T'Challa vibes and, you know, Aztec vibes. And then Poland just coming in super strong, yet classy, you know, solid colors, but, you know, in your face, like we are here, we want this smoke, come get it type thing. So number 1 Mexico because of the history and everything behind it, and then number 2 for Poland for the classiness and just history also. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. 4-4-2 and everything. I'm really enjoying doing this, not gonna lie. But we're probably gonna, like I said, speed it up. I might be able to, you know, pop 2 of these a week, but we're gonna try it and see if we can do this. But, you know, let me know in the comments. Let me know on the comments of the video, or let me know in the comments on social media, which ones are your favorites. Do you agree, you know, with me? Do you disagree? And just let me know what's up. So don't forget 4-4-2 and everything. Love you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Let's go. Dynamo, as they say.